Hey guys, it's Mike from Mad Raven Woodworks. Today we're going to be building a modified version of the scrap bin here using just a single sheet of plywood, a circular saw, Kreg Accu-Cut, a drill, and a Kreg jig. So it's going to be a Kreg kind of day. It's pretty easy. If there's anything that may be unclear, I want you to know that I uploaded these plans, a step-by-step tutorial along with a detailed cut list onto buildsomething.com, and I will link that in the description below. But that being said, let's get to building. So we got the first cut all set up already. This is set to 24 inches. Put a line on both sides. Set the Accu-Cut. Let's do this. Now we slid it down. Put our marks at 20 inches. We're ready to make this 20 by 48. We got this one measured out to 14 by 48. Here's a little tip for some of you guys. Whenever you're making cuts in plywood, turn it around when you get about halfway through. Because if you were off square and you keep measuring to this side, it's just going to continue to get worse. So start measuring off of this factory edge right here. All right, the next one's going to be 8 by 48. Switch it up a little bit, and we're going to turn that on its side, mark out 36 inches. And we're going to put this small piece aside, turn this guy around once more. All right, so this piece is 21.5 by 36 inch. So we got one more extra piece here. We're gonna put that aside for now. All right, before we put the circular saw away, we're gonna measure 10 inches up this side. And we're gonna measure 10 inches up the opposite corner. And we're gonna put a marks going right to the edge. We are going to line that up. All right, one more angle cut, and these are gonna be our sides. All right, let's clean this up and get Kreg jigging. All right, since this isn't a piece of fine furniture, I'm gonna take my bottom piece here. I'm gonna be putting pocket holes in the top because it's gonna be easier to assemble that way. So, I'm gonna put about 5 down the length on each side, on this side and this side, and probably 2 on this end and this end. All right, this is the bottom piece. We have 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and 2 at the ends. All right, next up we got the shortest 8-inch piece. I'm gonna put 2 in each end on this one too. All right, 2 on each end. Takes care of that. Put that one aside. Middle piece is going to get them on the ends as well. I'm going to put 2 on ends. All right, got 2 on each end now, and now I'm going to pick a top. This side looks a little nicer, so we're going to put Kreg screws in this one. We're going to put that on the back side as well. We're going to put, let's say 5. Yeah, let's say 5 across the bottom of here. All right, that middle divider is done. Set that aside. All right, so the back one, 24 inch by 48 inch. This one's just gonna get it 3 on each side. All right, and that guy is done. All right, so I got the bottom piece here. This one's the 20-incher. Got the back piece. This one's the 24-incher. Got a bead of glue down here, and I got all the screws started, so I'm just gonna start assembling this guy. All right, now I'm gonna do that exact same thing with the front, which is the 8-inch piece. So we attach these sides 1.5 inches from the bottom, elevating the middle 1.5 inches. Instead of drawing a line and having to worry about all that, all I did was stick a 2x4 under both sides, and that was an adequate spacer for this job. Alright, so we got both sides on, got the front and the back on, the bottom on. It's all attached with glue and Kreg screws. We're going to put the divider in the middle right now, and then put the center divider to make 2 separate compartments in the front. Okay, to save time, I have already attached the middle. How I did that was I put the pocket holes in the back because I didn't want to see those. I used one of my offcuts, which happened to be 8 1/16 inch, and I put that right here, and I drew a line. I marked a line down there. I also did one right here, and I also did one on the side and one on this side, and that helped me keep it all square. Once I got finished attaching the middle using Kreg screws, I put my offcut, which I already know is going to fit because that's what I use as my marks. Put my offcut in there, mark where the front meets the offcut and where the back meets the offcut, and then draw a line between the two. You can use a jigsaw, miter saw, circular saw. I'm going to use a miter saw just because that's the fastest for me. I have my divider cut. And I'm actually going to put mine a little off-center because I think it would make more sense to have one of them being larger. I'm going to make sure that's square to the front and square up and down. And I'm going to drill some pilot holes because I don't think my Kreg bit's going to fit in there. And we're done. Oh my gosh, it's getting harder to do this every day. So that's how I made my scrap bin using a 4x8 sheet of plywood, a drill, a circular saw, and the Kreg jig and the Kreg Accu-Cut definitely help and speed things up a little bit. Make it a little more accurate. If you guys found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. I always appreciate it. Until next time, happy building. So that's the story of how I made. Dang it! It's like Okay. So that's the story.